Hey everyone, it's Mark for Windows Central, and this is the Lenovo ThinkPad P71, a massive mobile workstation in size and specifications. Let's take a look. The Lenovo ThinkPad P71 looks very serious. There are no shiny surfaces here that screams for attention. It's covered in a black glass fiber reinforced plastic with aluminum magnesium at the bottom. Build quality is excellent, there's no creaking or flexing when handling the device, and that's usually expected for workstations. The P71 passes military certification tests for vibrations, bumps, humidity, high altitude, extreme temperatures, and more. I wasn't planning on bringing this laptop to a tropical jungle or a blistering hot desert, but it's good to know that this laptop can handle those environments. This review unit has a 17.3-inch UHD IPS display which looks great for creating and consuming content. Since the display is already so big, most people won't need a secondary or external monitor. There's also an option for a full HD display if you want to save some money. A huge feature here is that many creators are going to like the built-in color calibrator. It ensures accurate colors throughout the life of the system. You just need to open the pre-installed X-Rite Pantone Calibrator app and follow the instructions to close the lid and let the tool calibrate the display. I have nothing bad to say about this display, but other people might still prefer a touchscreen. When it comes to specifications, this unit comes with a 7th gen Intel Xeon E3 processor, NVIDIA Quadro P5000 graphics with 16 gigs of memory, 32 gigs of RAM, and 1TB SSD for storage. The ThinkPad P71 has several ports. The left side has a USB 3.0 port and optional smart card reader. The right side has a mini display port, 3 more USB 3.0 ports, SD card reader, and audio jack. There's also a slot here for Express card, which I haven't seen before in many laptops I've reviewed so far. There's more on the back. There are 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, 1 HDMI out, Ethernet port, and the AC power. The bottom has the removable 96 Wh battery and dock connector, but with so many ports already on this laptop, you won't be needing dongles. The bottom has screws that are easy to remove, and it takes just a few minutes to upgrade memory and storage. The backlit keyboard is very comfortable to type on. There's plenty of travel for the keys, and there's room for numeric keypad. However, there's one thing that's weird about this keyboard. Lenovo switched the function and control keys. Previous ThinkPad users are already familiar with this layout, but I absolutely hate it. You can open the Lenovo settings app to switch it back to normal. Another useless feature for me is the red track point in the middle of the keyboard, but I know some people like to use that. The trackpad feels comfortable to touch and it has precision drivers, so the built-in Windows gestures are there. There are also 6 touchpad buttons which help those who use the track point. There are dual front-facing speakers in between the display and keyboard. They're loud and sound fine. You could also optimize them for movies, music, gaming, or voice using the Lenovo settings app. To the right of the numeric keypad is the fingerprint reader for Windows Hello. It works as expected, and many people will be happy to have it to sign in to the laptop or authenticate apps. Above the display is a 720p camera which is adequate for video calls. Windows 10 Pro is included, and Lenovo did not pre-install unnecessary bloatware. There's a companion app for checking firmware and driver updates, and a settings app to tinker with several aspects of the laptop. For example, you can optimize the fans for high performance or quiet mode, or just the camera's contrast and brightness. You can breeze through everyday tasks on the P71. There are no performance issues when switching between multiple apps or watching 4K videos, and we can thank the Intel Xeon processor and 32 gigs of RAM for that. It's also a great performer for creators. When I edit videos on Premiere Pro, scrubbing and playing back 4K videos on the timeline is buttery smooth. A sample 6-minute 4K project takes about 12 minutes to export. The Quadro GPU drivers are also certified, which are optimized for stability and performance in professional applications. The ThinkPad P71 is not marketed as a gaming laptop, but you can certainly play games on it. Using Gears of War 4, it runs 88 frames per second on Ultra at 1080p and 59 frames per second at 1440p on Ultra settings. For comparison, my Razer Blade with NVIDIA GTX 1060 runs at 67 frames per second on Ultra at 1080p. If you're interested in numbers, here's how the ThinkPad P71 scored on Geekbench, Firestrike, and Crystal Diskmark. The ThinkPad P71 has a twin cooling system with vents on the back and sides. I had no issues with feeling heat when touching the laptop itself, but I sometimes feel heat coming out of the right vent when I'm using the external mouse. It's not uncomfortable, but it's certainly noticeable. The Lenovo ThinkPad P71 has a 96 watt-hour battery, which lasts about 5 hours with normal use, but it goes down to under 2 hours if I use it with video editing. The battery is removable though, so you can technically carry another one if you want to. The power adapter is bulky, so make sure you have enough room in your bag. For reference, I use the eBags Professional Slim Laptop Backpack, which actually fits this humongous laptop along with my camera. I'll include a link in the description so you can check it out. Overall, I'm very happy with the Lenovo ThinkPad P71. Its high-end specs and big display make it the only laptop I need to get work done at home and on the road. I also love that it's very easy to add memory and storage if I ever want to upgrade later on. The NVIDIA Quadro P5000 graphics is also very capable of gaming when I need a break from editing videos. The downside is that it's a very big laptop. Would I want a thinner version of the P71? Of course, but I'm willing to overlook that because of the monster performance. Alright, so that's my review of the Lenovo ThinkPad P71. Check out the links in the description for the latest prices, and if you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you have any suggestions on what laptop I should review next, feel free to mention it in the comments. I'm Mark for Windows Central. Thanks for watching.